Hello, friends. Welcome back to our class, the discussion on unseen passages. How do you feel now? All right. Do you think it's an adventure? Definitely, it's an adventure with me. See you. Let's continue. Our second passage is on vertical gardens. You have seen horizontal gardens, isn't it? So, for example, the garden around your house or a garden in a park you must have seen park itself is a garden. These are not vertical gardens, but if you have ever seen plants grown on the side of a wall from bottom to top, and then that you would call a vertical garden. And let's see what the passage is about and how are we going to answer these questions for you. Okay, get ready. As a high school student, that was our first. You remember, no? That was our first passage. And now the second passage is reduction in green areas has caused various environmental problems. Green areas, for example, forest is green area. Then meadows are green areas. So now what has happened is that human activities have reduced green areas, that is reduction in green areas. Now people squeezed between concrete structures. Squeezed between means pressed from all sides. You know, when you make a lemon juice, you what you do is you squeeze the lemon. That is, you are pressing the lemon from on all sides. That is, these days we are the crowded cities. Residential areas are so crowded that we are squeezed between concrete structures. Means structures made of concrete, cement, and so on are looking for various ways to meet their longing for green. Longing, have a great desire. They have because where you find you say that now instead of calling a city, you call it a concrete jungle. See, no trees, no grass, no meadows, no greens. So we have got a desire, a longing, a great desire for a desire with a pain, so to say. That is longing for means a parents are longing for their children, longing for the coming or the visit of their children. So that is one of the ways to do so is vertical gardens and green walls. So if you plant on walls, then what happens? It becomes green walls. Vertical gardening is a unique method, a very special method of gardening where plants are grown in a vertical position or upward, from bottom upward, rather than in the traditional method of planting them on the ground. Traditional method you can see, they are horizontal planting. The planting is done horizontally, but in this case it is vertical. That is, either you can plant from top to bottom or the other way, bottom to top. That depends on you. The purpose of vertical gardens and green walls, which arises from the studies of different disciplines. So, different areas of specialists, so to say, or what you call experts on landscape, es- architects, then engineers and so on. These are expert people, no, on this on various disciplines, means subject matter. That's all. For example, in your class 10, you have got various disciplines. Say, for example, mathematics is one, science is another, like that. Is to cross the cold image of concrete. Cold image of concrete. That means lifeless. You look at a concrete building, you find there's no life at all, isn't it? It's simply cold, like a dead body. Exactly like that. Increase, yes, cold image of concrete and increase the visual value. Now, if you look at a garden, you go to a garden and go around, then what happens is your eyes are attracted by the flowers and the trees and the green leaves and meadows and so on. So that is visual value. In these systems, nature and structures are integrated. These systems means vertical gardens, where you have got concrete structures, and on the walls of the concrete structures, you what you do is you come up with a garden. So there is plant trees. So plants, you find small plants and then flowers and so on, and then it becomes what you call it's integrated. You are integrating the concrete structure with nature. Integrate means bring together, and thus urban areas and the desired environment have become intertwined. Intertwined means closely linked. So vertical garden is one of the ways to intertwine or closely link concrete structures, concrete jungles with the natural jungles, we can say. That is forest like situation we can create. A garden itself we can grow on the walls, then it becomes a vertical garden. Vertical garden case studies of vertical garden often show that though functionality should be in the foreground, functionality foreground means the most important concern, the most important point. Functionality is function. What is the function of a vertical garden? Increase the visual value of your building, concrete building. That is the function, that is the purpose. Should be in the foreground. When vertical gardens are planned, they are generally made as aesthetic elements. Aesthetic elements means beautiful things. Aesthetic means something that is beautiful. So, vertical garden case studies often show that though functionality should be in the foreground, when vertical gardens are planned, they are generally made as aesthetic elements in the city's underpasses and city squares and decorative elements in residences without seeking functionality. So, what is the functionality of a garden? Increase our visual value. Another functionality is we have got pure air. You get a good air. But these things are not the main concern. The main concern for those people who plant such gardens, they are more interested in beautifying. And where do they go? Beautify it in underpasses, where many people don't they don't have much visual effect on city squares and things like that. Experts support that the visual quality and evaluation of landscape architecture is determined based on the satisfaction of the users. See, it all whatever we do now, it should be based on the satisfaction of the users. A company produces a product, it becomes good or become best selling when the users find that they are useful. So exactly like that in this case also. Hence, a survey questionnaire, a list of questions to survey was prepared for residents of varied age groups from of a metropolitan city. Metropolitan city, thus international cities are like Calcutta, then you have got Madras, then Mysore, you have got other big cities like Bangalore, Mumbai, and so on. They are all metropolitan cities. The given table 1 displays these responses. Well, after going through this, you find that 400 participants participate in this survey to find out their opinion. They are the users, they are the people who have to say whether this vertical gardening is good or not, useful or not. So, vertical gardens items listed. From these items, you can write your answers also. You can answer the questions below. Yes. One, improve quality of life of people in urban areas. Two, reduce noise pollution. Three, increase air quality indoors and outdoors. Four, reduce energy and water consumption. Five, positively impact global warming. That means global warming can be reduced. Have a relaxing, six, have a relaxing, calming effect. Seven, cost too much. Eight, make plants look beautiful. Nine, add naturalness to environments. That is environment, surrounding places. 10 are among the determining factor to visiting place. 11 are inconvenient indoors. 12 can be applied in every place. 13 have a functional feature. 14 distract drivers. Very, very interesting, isn't it? And then 15 funds are best used for social issues. And the study acknowledged that vertical gardening has a potential, has a power to transform urban spaces into green, that is acknowledged, sustainable areas, and further research should explore the impact of vertical garden, the effect of gardening on the environment and human well-being. So that is the conclusion. Now we move on to our questions. All the questions are very simple this time, and let's see what are the questions. Okay. Complete the following analogy. Analogy means comparison appropriately, suitably, based on your understanding of paragraph 1 and 2. We can say that the situation of people living in concrete structures is comparable with a fish living in a fish bowl, and the need for vertical gardens to the need for compare. The need for vertical gardens can be compared to the need for decorations in the fish bowl because in both visual quality improves. Understand both. And question number 2, fill the blanks with the appropriate option from those given in brackets based on your understanding of paragraph 2. The statement that urban spaces have become more closely connected with the desired natural surroundings through the incorporation of nature and structures in vertical gardens and green walls is an opinion because it is a subjective judgment. All opinions are subjective judgments. 3. Question number 3. Justify the following in about 40 words. While the survey results suggest that vertical gardens may be effective, see, may be, not are effective in improving the quality of life in urban areas, further research and evaluation may be necessary, again, may be necessary to fully understand their effectiveness and potential drawbacks. Why? Because we can expand on this is only a hypothesis that such things can happen. Now, what you have to do is you can expand this by going back to the table, that is survey questionnaire, and you write down few defects, some drawbacks of this, and that will be your answer to that. Because this is only a hypothesis. Why does it remain a hypothesis? Because there are many points that are not clearly proved, and therefore it is an hypothesis. So from the list given in the survey, you can easily pick up 5 or 6 and then write down here, and that would be your great answer. You will be getting A plus plus. Okay, question number 4. Based on the survey results from which two concerns should a city government looking to install vertical gardens means start growing address? The two things are, one is functionality, the other is aesthetic effect. So these are the two things. And functionality should be there, should be useful and at the same time look beautiful. Number 5, table 1, the statement 3, vertical gardens increase air quality indoors and outdoors, received the most neutral responses from participants, with 51 respondents increasing indicating a neutral stance. State any one inference that can be drawn from this. Inference means conclusion. Want better air quality. So people want better air quality. That is the conclusion. And number 6, select the option that correctly displays what intertwined signifies. Very simple. That the second one here I have marked it here. Only B. And next one is for the visually impaired candidates. That's questions for them. The given sentence taken from paragraph 1, select the option that correctly replaces the underlined word with its most likely antonym. Underlined word a unique, the meaning is an exclusive. Opposite of that is indefinite and indefinite. Exclusive means with a special quality, but indefinite means it's not clearly mentioned what the quality is specially. And then you have got the seventh question, infer one benefit and one drawback. The drawback is in the questionnaire 7 and benefit is 9 of vertical gardening in comparison to other solutions such as community gardens or parks. Answer in about 40 words. My dear friends, here you have got the one 7 cost too much, you can go on, that is the drawback, you can expand it, and the benefit is add naturalness to the environments, that also we can expand taking help from this table itself. We have got many points given in the point in this point, in this table, sorry. And then you have got which of the following is the main takeaway. Takeaway means something that you can carry away. That means, takeaway food is food that is fully prepared from the study mentioned in the passage. Means two things that you can accept. A, vertical gardening has minimal impact on environment or human well-being. 2. B. Vertical gardening is a sustainable practice that can transform urban spaces into green areas. Okay, these are the two. And with this, we come to the end of the discussion of passage 2, and we will meet again with another passage, passage 3. I think this has been of very great use to you. So, signing off, your best friend, that is myself. Okay, see you again till we meet again. Bye.